Hello, and welcome to Draw with Elena. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to use lots of different colors and markers and crayons to make a Christmas village. First, let's use brown, a brown marker. Our little Christmas village, maybe it'll start here in the corner. We'll come across and make ourselves a nice size rectangle, just like that. Doesn't have to be complicated, it's a rectangle. Now we'll draw a line that's a little bit closer to the top of that rectangle, like that. Now I'm going to draw two lines to divide our little houses into three. So there are three houses that are put together. Not too bad so far. What do you think? Let's give our houses a door. I like arched doors. I think they're really quite sweet. And they're fun and they're different. Now I'm going to draw some squares for windows upstairs. These are just little houses. Do you see how my lines aren't perfect? That's okay if they're not perfect. Nothing in life is. Just keeping it very simple. Now I'm going to draw little rectangles on the top. Those will be our chimneys. That sounds like fun, right? It'd be nice to cozy up by the fire when it's really cold outside. Are you from somewhere that's very cold? I'd love to know. Christmas looks different all over the world. All right, let's go with black. At the top of our hill, well, there will be a hill here. Go ahead and just draw a line. Not a very big one, doesn't have to be big. Now 2 more lines. Almost looks like a cup you could pour some liquid into, doesn't it? I like to kind of find the middle with my eye, and sometimes I put a little dot there. And then I can draw from the dot to the edge of those 2 lines we just made. There we are. I'm going to make another dot here. And I'm going to draw a line down to the roof, another down to the roof. I'll put a little cross on the top because this is our tiny little church with a tiny little steeple. Now churches have much bigger doors. So I'm going to make a bigger arch and cut it in half like that. So it's like 2 big doors. And churches usually have stained glass windows. So I'm going to draw a circle, and then maybe I'll just draw some random little lines in here that we'll color in later. We're making our very own coloring book. That's what this is. It's fun to make our own coloring book, don't you think? Okay. Or a coloring page, I should say. It's not a whole book, but we could make a book. That would be really fun, wouldn't it? Okay, we've got some buildings for our village. Now we're going to take blue. We're going to have a farmhouse that's very far away in the distance. But first, we're going to use our blue to draw the ground. There you are. And then I want you to, once you've done that, go ahead and make some water. Our little village is going to have a little pond. Now, going behind the church, see how I went behind the building? Brought it down and made a little water. I'm going to go behind the church and draw another hill. Like that, there we go. Let's do another hill. This is where our farm will be, all the way in the foreground. Excuse me, in the background. Foreground means in the front, background means in the back. And because our little tiny farm is so far away, we'll draw it smaller. So I personally like a red barn, just like in the Midwest where I grew up. Where you are there lots of red barns? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. Barns can be a little tricky where I'm from because there are a big wide V and then another line and another line. Straight lines, then angled some more because they have very different types of roofs. Now, I think I'll make this farmhouse yellow. I'll draw 2 lines. We'll make it a peaked roof this time. There we go. And that door would be so little, it's more like a line. There we are. Kind of cute little guy. Oh no, how are we going to get into our barn? Oh dear, I forgot. There we are. Barn doors usually have a little slash in them. That little splash is actually a piece of wood that keeps the door together. It's very handy, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to go right over here and we're going to revisit these three little houses that are tucked together. And I want each of them to have their own unique door color. So I think what we'll do is we'll make the first one red. I'm going to just color this one in. But I think in the roof, what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to make some lines like this. And the lines don't have to come all the way across. They can come across part of the way if you want them to, or they can have little lines in them like that if you want them to look like shingles or shutters. It's really up to you. It's your world. That's what makes life pretty great, is that you can do art and create your own world. Nobody can tell you what to do here. This is all for you. There is no right or wrong way to do art. There we are. Well, it's starting to come together. I really feel like these houses are their own individual houses, even though they look very similar on the outside. I bet the people on the inside are very different, don't you? Think about you and your neighbors. Are you guys very different? I bet you are. But I bet you have lots in common too. That's the funny thing about people. We're different and yet the same. There we are. That looks pretty good so far. What do you think? I think that we don't have enough trees. Well, let's make sure we have some. If we're going to have trees, maybe in the distance here, we can draw jagged lines like this. This means the trees are very far away. And so they all look like they're kind of coming together. And maybe we'll have them stop about there. All right, so we'll color those in later. And maybe we have a tree over here that looks a little bit more like a Christmas tree. So that's a triangle. And we'll give them trunks later. Go ahead and just draw yourself a whole bunch of lovely triangles. Wherever it is you might feel like putting one. Nobody can tell you where it goes. You can decide. It's your world, remember? There's a forest of trees back there. You never know. We'll color it all in and see how it all looks, right? Right. So the further these trees are, the smaller they are. The closer they are, the bigger the triangles are. There we are. It's really starting to feel like we have some depth and perspective, doesn't it? I like trees. They're one of my absolute favorite things to draw. What are some of your favorite things to draw? You should tell me in the comments. Or you could draw it for me and let me know how it goes. Sometimes I give it a little bit of a curve, and sometimes I make it a straight line. It just depends on how I feel at the tone. I can change my mind. We all change our mind about things, don't we? Can you think of something that you changed your mind about? Maybe there was a food that you didn't like and then you tried it again. And you thought, you know what, that's not so bad. I've changed my mind. Let's go ahead and give our trees little trunks. There we are. All these little tiny lines make my brain nice and squishy, nice and relaxed. Relaxing our brains is really good for our health. Brains are working so hard all the time. I bet your brain works really, really hard when you're at school. Isn't it nice to give it a little bit of a break? And we could do this too, just peek little bits. Just little tiny bits. Maybe you can just see just a little bit in the distance, not a lot. They don't all have to be there. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. I think we should probably be able to get around in our new village. So I'm going to draw a squiggly line here, and a squiggly line here, and a squiggly line here. And it looks a little bit like an E. And I'm going to take all of those squiggles and combine them together so they make a path. And that path is going to take us to this other mound right here. And they don't always connect to each other because of the undulation of the ground. Undulation means that it is uneven and it curves and flows. And we're going to keep going ahead until we get right up to our church so that the villagers can come together and sing Christmas carols or whatever kind of carols they want to. There you are. And maybe part of that little little pond. It goes to the pond. Maybe part of the path goes to the pond. We can pretend. We can do whatever we want. So then let's pretend that there is a path. Takes us right up to the farm. There we go. Squiggly lines make for very good paths. But if you want your lines to be straight, that's up to you too. The squiggly lines are nice because it makes everything feel like it's a little bit further away. It's fun to do that, don't you think? Sometimes I like to fill in the corners a little so that they feel bigger, but you don't have to do that because it's your world, right? I'm not going to tell you how to do your art. I'm just going to show you how I do mine. And then you can tell me what you think. So, since green is my favorite color, do you mind if we start with green first? I'm going to use my green crayon, start coloring in some of these trees. I'm using a swirly technique right now, and then I'm using a straight up and down technique for these little trees. However it is you need to fill them in. And what if I miss my lines? What if I accidentally color outside of the line like I did there? That's okay, isn't it? Yeah, of course, because everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes mistakes that we make teach us how to become better at doing new things or trying new things or give us ideas that we never had before. So mistakes are just as important as any type of success. So don't get frustrated if you feel like it's not perfect. It doesn't need perfect, it just needs patience. There we go. You know, I've just had an idea because I let my brain get nice and relaxed. And when you let your brain relax, it has more time to think. What if we made the tree over here that's closest to the church, what if we made that a Christmas tree? So I'm going to add lots of red dots. There we are. And then I'm going to put a star on the top. You can draw your star any way you want. I'm just going to make one line down with an X. And then maybe we'll give it what's called garland. Or maybe you don't like garland. You can do it any way you want. It's your Christmas tree to decorate any way you want to. Now, we'll continue with our green. That's called improvisation, where you don't have the idea beforehand. You just decide, you know what, I'm going to try that. See how I feel about it. And I feel good about it. Sometimes I like what I improvise, and sometimes I do not. I guess I like it this time, so that's good. Color it in. And what happens if we don't like it? Well, we learned and we do it again. Okay, I'm just going to give it a little bit of green. There we are. Now it really looks like Christmassy tree, huh? There, it's looking good so far. Almost forgot my roof. Let's not forget that roof. I'd like coloring it in. It looks nice. Okay. Not too shabby. There we are. All right, now I'm going to take my green. I'm going to color in these trees back here. And see, I missed a little bit. Mistakes are okay to make, aren't they? Yeah, I think we've established that, don't you? Oh, that big sigh is, gosh, I had a very long week. Coming home and coloring just makes me feel really good on the inside. Makes me feel like, you know what, there's bad days and there's good days, and that's okay. Every day can't be good, otherwise we would never know which day is good. You have to have a few bad days so you know which ones are good. Here we go. Coloring in these trees. There we go. It's just like it's a forest all the way behind our church. Very nice. Don't forget we have a stained glass window as well. So I'm going to make one of these panes, or maybe two of them, green. There we go. Sure, why not? I'll do a couple of them. We can do what we want, right? There we are. Now, what color should we do next? I'm thinking yellow. Let's try yellow out. Go ahead and color in our farmhouse in the background. I know it looks like it blends in with the marker quite a bit, but sometimes when things are really far away, they do look like they blend more. Besides, if I don't like it, the next time I draw it, I don't have to do it. Let's color in the roof as well. There you have it. Looking pretty good, I think. So far, so good. I think our stained glass should use a big pane of yellow. What do you think? I'd love to know what you think. I bet you can design a really good stained glass window using your imagination. Yeah. I think that we should have a low sun. That means it's getting darker outside. So I'm going to put a circle right here. See? And color it in. We don't have to outline it with marker if we don't want to. We can do it any way we want to. You can use little lines like this, or you can do swoopy lines like this, which are like inverted. I just noticed that looks like an egg again. I feel like my sons look like eggs. It's very silly. But an inverted arc is what I meant to say. All right, good job, everybody. So far, so good. I'm going to take my red, color in my barn, but I think I'll leave the door white. Give it a little distinction. Yeah, now that I'm seeing it, I'm going to say no. I don't like it that way, so I'm just going to do that instead. Now, I'm going to go ahead and use my crayon to give us a red pane of glass. Pane of glass is like saying it's a piece of glass. They sound very similar, don't they? Pane and piece. I'm coloring in my red roof. And then I noticed that I have chimneys. And chimneys are usually red brick. There's lots of different kinds of colors of brick. It all depends upon where you live. Does the soil at your house look very tan, or does it look very red? That changes the color of the brick. Or maybe the soil by your house looks very brown. Now, last but not least is our blue. I'm going to go ahead and color in our water. But because it's very, very cold, maybe I want it to look a little bit frosty. So maybe I do these swirls. See how I'm doing swirls? It leaves just a little bit of white. Now it looks like it's a little icy. But I don't have to do it that way, do I? No, I can do it any way I want. I can scribble it in if I want to. We have one more little window pane to draw in. There we are. That's looking pretty nice, our little church in the background. Now, I think the last thing we need are some clouds. And they don't have to be big clouds. They can be really low in the sky. So I started by drawing a line, and then I made a cloud shape, a puffy shape. Sometimes my clouds are droopy, like this, almost like they're sad faces. Not that they're particularly sad, maybe they're just resting faces. Or sometimes I draw them billowy like that. Sometimes they're just one little arch next to another little arch. It all depends upon your mood. You can draw them any way that you want to. Get a little taller on top, all of the same, even, a long, skinny shape. Whatever it is you feel like doing. It's your world, right? It's your world. And it's a world you can do anything you want in, because there is no right or wrong way to do art. I think there's lots of artists that would disagree with me, but that's okay, because you do art your way. You don't need anyone's permission. I used to think my sister was so much better at art that I shouldn't even bother. And then, you know what I decided? Art brings me joy, so I'm going to do it any way that I want to. And she says, that looks much better, because you're doing it your way and no one else's. And I said, thank you very much, sister. All right. It's good when siblings are nice to each other, don't you think? Yeah, I think so too. Even though we don't always feel like it. All right, there we have it. Oh my goodness. That really makes me want to go ice skating in our little pond. What do you think? I'd love to see what you come up with in your creations. Go ahead and put them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And best of all, great job, everybody.